As mentioned earlier, Saturday marks the one-year anniversary of a death in Iran that nearly launched a revolution. Mahsa Amini died while in the custody of Iran's morality police. Yesterday, the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom released its annual report on Iran. The study urged policymakers to take seriously the grave nature of religious freedom violations in the country. And here to explain more about the report's findings is Susie Gelman, Commissioner for the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. Susie, great to have you on the show tonight. This report in Iran is really alarming. Can you give us a little more detail on some of these rather grim findings and also what you're recommending, that is, to the U.S. government?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, especially as you mentioned, we're on Saturday observing the one-year anniversary of Mahsa Amini's murder by Iranian authorities. Remember, just to remind your audience, she was arrested for not apparently covering her hair adequately, according to the Iranians, and she unfortunately died in detention, and that set off a massive protest movement, which continues to this day, but it has not been without consequences. So the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, USCIRF, our report details the harassment, arrest, detention, torture, and killing of religious minorities in Iran. There are two minorities in particular, the Baha'i and Christians. Both groups comprise less than 1% of the Iranian population, but they have been under particular focus from the Iranian authorities. Baha'is have been arrested, including 4 members of the Iran Friends of Iran, a group of 7 Baha'i leaders who each previously served a decade in prison, and 4 of them have been rearrested, imprisoned. Christians report pressure from the government not to participate in the protests, and if they do, they are sexually harassed by the police, as well as when they're in detention, there are reports of sexual assaults on Christian prisoners in custody. So needless to say, we're very concerned that, especially as we approach the first anniversary of Mahsa Amini's killing, that Iran will increase its targeting of religious minorities and arrests of peaceful protesters. This is already underway. Scores of Baha'is have been arrested in the past week, and Mahsa Amini's uncle himself was arrested on September 6th. So it's imperative, as far as we're concerned, that the United States government hold accountable the Iranian government officials who are violating religious freedom on a daily basis.
And what exactly do you think, Susie, can be done about that to hold them accountable?
Well, there are a few things that we think would be useful and helpful. First of all, USCIRF agrees with a UN special rapporteur that Iran's actions may constitute crimes against humanity, specifically murder, imprisonment, enforced disappearances, torture, rape, sexual violence, persecution. So we urge the U.S. government to support the efforts of the UN Independent International Fact-Finding Mission on Iran, and we support a UN Security Council referral of the matter of Iran to the International Criminal Court. In addition, we encourage Congress to reauthorize the Lautenberg Amendment, which is a family reunification program that was created in 1990. It has been reauthorized by Congress every year. It enables Iranians who are able to get out of Iran to transition through Vienna, where they're processed and then brought to the United States. And finally, we just want to see the pressure kept on Iran about these egregious human rights and religious freedom violations that are taking place on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, it is shocking indeed. Susie, thank you so much for coming on and shedding light on all of this. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for helping to highlight this issue. Appreciate it.